I still find it amazing that in Britain they got this whole TV license thing still. I was just thinking about it for some reason, just like another one of those bills that you gotta pay. Because if you don't, you're like, oh no, I run out of money, and they come around like knocking on your door. Oi, you bloody open up right now. You haven't paid your TV license. You open up. You owe us 30 quid, mate. Oh, I can't pay it. I have to pay my fucking my fish and chips tax. I don't know. So I had to pay something. You open up right now. You're nicked, mate. You're going to get some talking to. You're going to go see the governor. I don't even have my TV connected. I just play Netflix through it. Doesn't matter, mate. You got to pay extra for watching Netflix on your TV, mate. Oh, God. What a horrendous country and a horrendous group of people. Just, even though I'm birthed from them. I don't care. I guess I hate myself then. What kind of culture invents the TV license? No wonder America thinks it's land of the free. We're like, yeah, we don't have to pay for our TV license. There's no such thing. Fucking hell. You buy a TV and I guess you got to stick in the aerial and all that. And all that good stuff, and then you're good to go. What's with all this, like, there might as well just be like all these like extra payments for things here and there. Like, I've been thinking about it recently, and I don't know if this is even a thing, but if, like, when you call up the doctor to, like, make some sort of appointment, if you, like, you have to pay an extra fee to call the doctor, and even if you call them, calling their receptionist and, like, it didn't go through, or rather, like, maybe you don't go through to them, or you do, but you don't actually make an appointment, and then you just hang up. You still got to pay for that call. You still got to pay. Oh, you want to call the doctor to make an appointment? That's going to be 20 quid there, mate. Just to see the doctor? No, just to phone the fucking doctor, mate. Ah, good old Britain, where bloody everything's charged and taxed. And also, when you go see the doctor, you have to pay an extra fee to, like, basically use his room. He's like, okay, you're paying to see the doctor, but we need a room to go to, so you need to hire out a room. That's going to be $150 for 30 minutes. So that's like an extra fee. All this shit, this is the way the world's going. Everything is going to be charged. Everything's going to have a fee, so it's all going to be pretty munted. So enjoy it. And another thing, well, I was just saying about the doctors, like having to buy a room. But when you go to your own work, like when you go to work in an office for a company or a business of some sort, you have to pay for your office space as well. That's going to be $150 an hour there, mate. I just farted and it went right into my vagina. It smells like Smith's Crisps. So speaking of Britain, they pronounce the B but nothing else. Speaking of Britain and the British, my least favorite people, Morrissey was scheduled to come to Perth recently. And I found out about this like months and months ago, and I wasn't able to buy a ticket because I didn't have the money. I should have just asked my parents, oh, Mum and Dad, I need to pay me TV license. I need $250. I backed up a couple of weeks. I just need a bit of money to tie. I'll pay you back. They give me the money and then, like, oh, wait, no, I need some more. Because I spent it on the Mozza ticket. But, and then I spent a long time, like, not a long time, but like over time, kept checking, like, is there going to be any tickets, like, made available all of a sudden? And it didn't seem like there was. I mean, it was really bullshit because the Perth one sold out so quickly. And then the Melbourne one had 2 nights. They didn't sell out. The Sydney one didn't sell out for ages as well. So, fucking hell, that pissed me off. And so I kept looking. I went to Marketplace to look for a ticket. And I typed in Morrissey. And there was someone else that was like saying, has anyone got a ticket to Morrissey? Love to go see him, but I got to pay a license to see. Got to spend an extra $250 on the venue fee. Fucking hell. It's going to happen one day, folks. But this guy was saying, he was like, when I used to live in Britain and I used to hear them rehearsing in a garage next door to my house or my work or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck? That sounds really cool. I feel like I gotta ask him about it because I don't know, unless he's bullshitting. He's just like, oh yeah, all these people are gonna believe me. I'm a fucking champ. Even though no one ever messages him about it. But yeah, damn, that's cool. It's quite a fucking honor. Wish that had been me, even though back then I would have been like, what's this kind of crap going on in the garage next door? And then later on I'm like, oh, it's the bloody best band since the Beatles, it is, yeah. I'd love to go see them live, but I gotta pay me bloody drink fee for every drink I buy. Every pint of beer is £8. But then I gotta spend an extra $6 on a drink fee. Oh, I just don't have the money in this economy. I blame Trump. I blame... What's his name? Oh my god, I'm blanking. I want to say Boris Yeltsin. Boris Johnson, right? Is he still the PM? Anyway, I don't care. I don't care about your fucking British culture, so fuck off. But then ultimately, it doesn't even matter with this Morrissey ticket because, and I couldn't see any extra tickets, and then I had to go to work that night. I'm like, oh, it sucks. And even while I was at work, I was just thinking, darling, I hug a pillow in absence of you. But then it turns out it didn't even matter because he didn't even show up. Oh, this is so typical. I should have fucking seen this coming from 2 miles away. I mean, I think I read that he's had 300 cancelled dates across 300 days or whatever. Something along those lines. So, yeah, I mean, I've heard a bunch of times that Morrissey's cancelled this gig and that gig and this, and it's like, oh, God, how sick are you? Fucking die already then. And so he did it with Perth over logistical reasons or something. Man, I would have been pissed off. I guess I already am. But I would have been pissed off if I had a ticket and then it's like I'm about to go and I booked work off and I'm like, oh, didn't even show up. Can't. So, and I would have been even more pissed off if I were a person who lived down south or up north and then I traveled all the way here and I even had like accommodation and all this kind of crap. So I'm spending all this extra money as well and a fucking accommodation fee, valet fee, but I didn't even use them. Well, it's a bloody fee just in case you got to cough up an extra 15 quid there, boy. I would have been, even more pissed off, and I wonder if that even happened to some people. But they should have seen it coming, because it's fucking Morrissey, and he's the worst fucking musician ever. He's the worst British person ever, and that's saying something, because I'm British. I'm from Britain. Yeah, I'm fucking British, I am. You know what I hate about the British? They're either one way or the other. They're either like, oh, all these immigrants, they need to come into the country. Absolutely everyone in the world, all immigrants all over the world should come into Britain. No matter who you are, what terrorist organization you've previously been a part of, and then we can all live together, literally shoulder to shoulder, all just crammed in Britain, just you gotta like squeeze your way to get anywhere. They're either like that, or they're like, fuck all these packies, eh? I'm fucking sick of them. 1 out of 1,000 are fucking raping up and down the road. They should all fuck off. I only want British people. They're gonna be like that kind of sick looking white. That sick looking white you gotta look. So I fucking can't take the lot of yous. So that's their problem. They're either one way or the other with racial things. They're not like, oh yeah, you can immigrate, of course. Unless you are part of Barack Haram. Is that what it's called? Barack. Unless you are part of Hamas. The fuck you, Morrissey. Anyway, hey, we have some trailers and whatever coming out. So a GTA trailer came out. Whoa! That's cool, I guess. Well, not really. I don't know, because I don't even play games. But it's been so long since the last one came out that in that time, I have stopped playing games. And I've been a ungamer for such a long time. And it's like, oh my god, now a new one's coming out. And I believe it's coming out in late 2025. So it's like we gotta wait 2 years. 2 years! It's not even next year it's coming out. You're like, I can't wait. What if you were dying of like a disease and you're like, oh god, I'm gonna die before this fucking game comes out. Can someone please leak it? I'm sure that's not gonna happen because they already fucked around with that leak earlier. But I'm not really like excited about like this new trailer. I mean, obviously a lot of people are because everyone's in like hyperbole culture where like every fucking trailer that comes out, people are like, dude, this is a work of art. This is amazing. Oh, this is gonna change the world. These are the kind of guys that have wives and kids who resent them. They even have jobs that resent them. These are the guys like, I don't know, I'm talking a lot of shit, but I'm not really hyped at all because I guess, like when I grew up with the GTA games, like, no, I first got the double pack, so I had GTA 3 and Vice City, and then later on we had San Andreas come out, and it just seemed like each game had its own thing. I guess GTA 3 was kind of like a standard, very vanilla, kind of just New York, rainy. I wouldn't say I like it that much, really. But Vice City has style. Vice City is like full-on 80s. It's got that cocaine vibe, you know. Just in everything about it, like even the HUD, the HUD as well. It just had a it was, yeah, like, you know, it had a really particular setting, like a very, you know, in that kind of decade kind of setting. Same with San Andreas being part of the 90s. So that makes those three games so like really different from each other. But now with these new ones, we just have GTA 4, where it's just this Liberty City again. And then GTA 5 comes out, and that's like, all right, well, at least the problem that I had with GTA 4 is that there wasn't like much openness. It was just the city, and that was it. You couldn't even go in the underwater. And then GTA 5, you were able to do that. There was like so much exploration. You had like, you know, mountains and forests, and it was like San Andreas. So I thought that was really cool, and that was like a worthy upgrade from the previous one. So that's why I'm now thinking, like, what's so different about this fucking new one, judging from the trailer? I mean, it looks like GTA 5. I mean, the graphics look better. It looks like character movements seem a bit more fluid. I'm watching it thinking, I don't think this is a pre-render. Is it? I take it that this city is Vice City. I mean, it's got a different name. It's got some stupid name. Why can't it be just called Vice City? You fucks. I just don't want to be as on the nose about it as before. But yeah, it just looks like a GTA 5 expansion. I mean, I'm still kind of excited about it. And it does seem like... I don't know if it's going to be like livelier. Like if you're just walking around and then you see something happening like a drag race and you can like kind of go around and get involved. Like it feels a bit more, even more than GTA 5, more... I don't know, intuitive, initiative, inviting as a game. Like it just seems like, you know, obviously more real life than the previous ones. Maybe it's like that, but in terms of just the style and even like the design of the city, I'm looking at it like, well, what exactly is different? Like I wonder if I guess they'll probably have like a bunch of swamp areas and whatever. They'll have all that. That's cool, I guess, because it's looking like kind of a Miami looking map. But I don't know. But I didn't see much of that in the trailer. I mean, it doesn't seem to be much in the trailer indicating anything particularly new, other than obviously it's got better graphics and you can do more shit with your phone, I guess. Cool, whoop-de-doo. No, okay, no, I'll just get hyped about it. Dude, the graphics, they are art! Have a seizure and die. Oh no, I never got to play GTA 6. Fuck. And I bet like when it comes out, like you'll have to pay, you know what, like $100 or whatever for the game. You're like, okay, I bought the game, just got to install it and play it. But then it's like, oh no, you got to pay $20. You got to pay 20 quid to install for the installation package, and then an extra $40 copyright fee, and then another $35 for fucking online accessibility, even if you're not going online. So it's going to be a bloody expensive game. Fair enough. It costs so much to make. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will watch it again right now and kind of just see if there was anything I missed, because I mean, I'm generally excited for GTA 6. I mean, I have been since the 90s. Yeah, just watching it again. I mean, I was right. There seems to be like swamp areas and that kind of stuff, but like, I don't know. Do you play between these two characters, like the couple that are in the? But I mean, obviously, there's a graphics improvement in the graphics, and just even how the people look, and even in the detail of how the city looks, you know, and all the lighting and shit. It's obviously looking like an improvement, but that's you know, an obvious improvement, right? But I mean, what else is really different? Oh, whatever. I mean, I'm excited to check it out when it's out. Anyway, now on to talking about the Furiosa trailer. Oh my god, yay, everyone's getting hyped about that. Anyway, I haven't even seen it. Let's watch it now. Alright, whatever. No, that looks cool. I mean, this is kind of what you would expect from a specifically a Fury Road sequel, where it kind of looks the same kind of color palette as that one, but with like a few more different things here and there. But alright. Just like the GTA 6 trailer, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's cool. But there's nothing in these trailers that I'm seeing that's like, where they show, you know, part of this other maybe surprise that's going to happen. You're like, oh my god, it's that person. What was his name from Vice City? Tommy Vercetti. It's Tommy Vercetti. He's in the background. They did this for the Rockstar nerds. Just like me. Or seeing Mad Max in a Mad Max movie trailer. Yeah, it looks fine. I just hope there's a bit more of the in-camera action and stunts and everything, because yeah, a lot of that CGI that I just saw in that Furiosa trailer is garbage. That was terrible. It looks cartoonish, so I'm not keen on that. It just there's like certain shots where she's like in a turret in the back of a car going down a desert, and I'm like, god damn, man, why are effects getting worse? Like, that looks so fake. Maybe because they're doing too much like micro detail kind of shit in it. Like, there's various effects that they're doing, like they have like a camera thing and like the chroma keying, the green screening, and then this thing and that thing. But with so much going on, it kind of craps it all up. But whatever, I'm sure it'll be like fun. I'm sure it'll come out to rave reviews and be just as overrated as the last one. People will be like, this is the most important fucking piece of art ever, aside from GTA 6. When GTA 6 comes, until GTA 6 comes out, this is the most important work of art I've ever seen. Crikey, Struve. Well, shit, I thought I was going to have more to say about that, but there's nothing really there that, I don't know, because I'm not really big into the Mad Max lore or anything, but all I'm seeing there is like, I don't know, something to do with Chris Hemsworth, and he has Furiosa. She gets furious when she starts sticking it up her ass. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But that is those trailers for you. And before I end this up, just going back to like this whole thing about paying more money or anything, or just things that are going to happen later in the future in that kind of economic sense. Because I was thinking, so this is another shitty futuristic thing that I thought about, near futuristic, that's probably already happening right now. But I was kind of thinking, imagine somewhere like a mining site in a poor country. It starts from there and it works its way into the other countries. But imagine there, just for example, like that kind of work, everyone doing that kind of work, you know. So each day people show up, they do their work, and what they're doing, they're not working for a salary, they work or a paycheck. They're working for the possibility of a paycheck, because at the end of the workday, they do a lottery, so it's completely random, and whoever gets that is the one that gets paid. And if you don't, well, you just worked a whole day, probably 12, 14 hours, and you're not getting paid at all. Sorry, but maybe tomorrow, though, because you have just as much a chance as anyone else in the lottery of life. So that's another thing that's probably already fucking happening by now, and I'm talking about it like, oh, hey, wasn't this a good idea? Oh, anyway, fuck me up the ass. This has been the David Morgan Brown Experience, boy. Sorry, I just clip the mic as I'm prone to doing. I'm touching my penis right now. I'm touching it. I'm rubbing it. It's not getting hard. I've got no real sexual intent behind doing this right now, but I am doing it. I'm rubbing. You know when you like push on your penis, and when you do, you kind of end up like putting together like the foreskin at the end. You know, like you push and it like pushes it down so that you grab the foreskin at the top. You probably can't understand what I'm talking about, but that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm always doing.